of a customer, we will definitely recommend customer to use it because it is look and feel wise, it is better than the old GUI. But if a customer decides no in phase one, they just want to upgrade to S4HANA. In phase two, they will be using Fiori, completely fine. But only thing is we need to tell them which of the features they will not be able to use if they are not using Fiori in phase one.
Like
Right?
for example, which feature they can't use it, Vikram?
There are a lot of those, Deepak. So that we have to understand module wise. For example, if I talk from the finance point of view, there are features like uh, if you go for advanced planning or if you go for cash management.
I see.
Okay, so these are the features which are only available through Fiori. Even the bank account creation is only available from Fiori. So, but for just for one application, we don't want customer to go for Fiori. We can tell, okay, one of the application we can use Fiori, but others you have to use using traditional GUI. But still, there are many new features which are coming from SAP which are only supported in Fiori. So from finance point of view, I give you the example of cash management. From logistics point of view, there are features like advanced ATP, back order processing. So those features are only available on Fiori. You'll not be able to use those features if you are using traditional GUI.
So in cloud only version, we have both UI and Fiori.
No, no, no. Cloud version, we only have Fiori. We don't have old GUI.
So how would consultant give only the configuration?
Right. So if you are using SAP Cloud, SAP S4HANA Cloud, in that case, the consultant has lot of restrictions. He can do only few configurations, not all the configurations which are available in SPRO. So only those configurations which are allowed to be done on cloud, those are available via Fiori. SPRO
But
access will not be possible.
the SPRO access will won't be there for the
SPRO
consultant.
access, see again, Saurabh, the answer is SPRO access will not be provided to the customer. So if you are working for customer, see, you are a consultant. You will be working for the customer. If you are working for the customer, you will not get the SPRO access. But in the background, who is managing cloud? From whom you got the cloud access? From SAP, right? SAP will also be having their own consultants who will be doing all this setup in the background. So they may use SPRO from the background, but it will not be available for the customers. So if you are asking the question, then how will I create the company code, sales organization and all? So those things which are allowed, you can still do via SAP Fiori. But those things which are not allowed, for example, if you want to change something at the client level, so for that you have to request SAP to do it from the background. They will be doing it if they found out that this is something which will not impact other customers. Understood, Saurabh?
Yes, partially, but SPRO thing you have to explain me once again because you're saying SPRO access to a consultant won't be there, so he'll have to. No, any specific configuration obviously can't be done, but we'll have to reach out to SAP for if anything
Exactly.
has to
So
be done.
what happens in the cloud world is the configurations are divided into two parts. In if you are using on-premise system, configuration is configuration, right? But if you are using cloud, there are two types of configurations. One is self-service configuration. Self-service configuration means SAP has provided you your apps and you can do it on your own as a customer. Second is expert configuration. Expert configuration means you cannot do. As a customer, you cannot do. If you want, you have to ask SAP. SAP experts will be doing that configuration only if it is approved. So it is not like I am telling them to do and they will do it. They will see whether if I do this, what impact it will have on the other customers. Right?
Correct.
Only if there is no impact, they will do it for you. So it is divided into two parts: self-service configuration and expert configuration. For self-service configurations, customers are allowed to do it using SAP Fiori applications. For expert configuration, SAP consultants may use Fiori or may use SPRO because they have access to everything. Understood, Saurabh?
So the consultant on cloud has SPRO.
May have, yes. They are the owners. If you understand the on-premise versus cloud, in case of on-premise, customer is the owner of the system, so he has all the access. In case of cloud,
On-prem is clear, right? He will have. Only confusion was on the cloud part and the I am a FICO consultant on and having a cloud version. Do I have SPRO access? Or
no. If you are a consultant and if you are working from the customer side, you don't have the access to SPRO. If you are a consultant working for SAP and supporting a customer who is using your cloud solution, then you may have the SPRO access.
correct. SAP guys would consultants would keep it with
Yes,
themselves,
because
not giving
ultimately
it to the
SAP is the
customer.
owner.
Right.
SAP is the
Yes.
owner. SAP don't have any
They would
restriction.
obviously have. Right.
Right.
Okay.
So we will be learning like what as a customer we will get it from Fiori, and as a consultant from the cloud perspective, what we are going to get as we get the
Sorry, Nagesh, can you come again?
like now SPRO you mentioned like if a consultant is working from the SAP, I mean to say as a owner of the cloud, he will have certain access credentials. So if I am a customer using that cloud, I'll be having a certain credentials with me. So will going forward, will we be knowing what as a customer I'll be getting, and as a cloud consultant I'll be getting.
Right, exactly. See, as a consultant, you should know all the configurations. If SPRO is not available, if you need to do it from Fiori, that should not be the challenge for you. Right? Ultimately, you know what is the objective of that configuration, and if I'm not able to do, definitely I will request SAP, but at least I should know what would be the consequence of the configuration that I'm asking SAP to do.
So what all will be there in self-service and what all will be there in the expert service? I mean, going forward, while we are doing the respective configurations, we'll be understanding those things, isn't it?
No, see, we in our course we are going to understand on-premise completely. If you
Okay.
want to understand cloud, I can provide you some document. But otherwise, see, if you understand on-premise, it covers everything. Only
Okay.
thing is, if you are on cloud, then you have the restrictions. So
Okay.
for those
So
restrictions,
I need not have to worry if I learn on-premise. I need not have to worry uh, regarding the cloud at all, right?
100.
I can, as I know the processes and all those things, I can very well understand whether it is my duty or is it is an expert service or self-service, isn't it? That's what you mean to say.
Yes. If you know the entire end-to-end configuration, irrespective of whether you get a chance to work with SAP or you get a chance to work with a customer, you will be able to do it.
Right. Hmm.
Because on-premise, see, cloud is kind of subset of on-premise. Ultimately, on-premise is a solution which comes first, and based on that, those features are provided on cloud, right? So ultimately, the features which are developed, those you need to understand. Same features with some restrictions will be available to the cloud customers.
Hmm. Okay.
Yeah, but there are few you said that available only on Fiori. So they are kind of forcing a customer to use Fiori.
Definitely. It is not forcing. See, going forward, see, SAP is also investing a lot in building a new product. And if we are saying that after 3 years, every customer will use Fiori, then why should I invest on traditional GUI? If I'm bringing some new functionality, if I'm using some new hardware, new software to build a new functionality, then why should I worry whether this will be available in traditional GUI or not? SAP is already providing you Fiori. It is not a separate licensing product. You can use it now itself. But if a customer still says, no, I don't want to use Fiori, then unnecessarily SAP is not going to develop on the traditional GUI, right? So they are not forcing. They are providing you better features. It is up to you whether you want to use those features or you want to stick to the old GUI.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, what about reports? Can we get those from, because customer require a lot of custom reports for their purpose. So can we get that from Fiori?
You see, one is standard report, second is custom report. Okay, so what is a standard report? Standard reports are those reports which are already pre-delivered by SAP. So even in Fiori also, there are many reports, even the reports which I'm talking about, you not have even seen in traditional system. Okay, so for example, are you able to see this kind of dashboard in ECC in old GUI? Are you able to see what is my total risk?
No.
8.88 million euro is the risk. Is this something which is possible in old GUI?
No, no.
These are the completely new analytical reports which were never possible in the traditional GUI. This you are only getting on Fiori. So in Fiori, you are getting a lot of reports which are comparatively better than the traditional old GUI in terms of standard. In addition to standard, if you have a reporting requirement which is not provided by SAP, then normally what we do in old GUI, we create those reports. We take a help of developer, a web team, and we create those reports. If you, again, in S4HANA, if you want some new reports, you have to first decide whether this report would be available in old GUI or you want to develop this report which can be accessed from Fiori. So if it has to be accessed from Fiori, you also need to create a custom report for Fiori, which means you need to involve the Fiori developer also. In addition to ABAP, you need to involve Fiori consultant also to create that custom report. So choice is available. Again, just to answer your question, if you want to create a custom report, you have to first decide whether you want to see this custom report from old GUI or new GUI. If you want to use it from old GUI, no Fiori required, you can just use ABAPer and he will create a report for you. If that report is required from Fiori point of view also, then definitely along with ABAP, you need to involve Fiori consultant who will be developing that Fiori report. Clear, Akshay?
Yeah, got it. Got it.
Okay, what about others? There are few participants who are not speaking out at all. Please speak out if you have anything, any doubt in mind. Don't hesitate that this is a very small doubt or this is something which is very basic. If you are not able to understand any particular thing, please open up.
Yeah, Vikram, you
Ritika?
said that you will
Yeah.
show about the table, that how to check the table.
No, not
Like,
now, Deepak. That we
oh,
will
I
see
see.
when the process is. Yeah.
Oh, I
In
see. I
a,
thought it's a straightforward. Okay, no, okay, fine.
we'll talk about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ritika, any questions? Pawan?
No, Gaurav, I'm good.
Okay. What about, yeah, Ritika? No questions?
No, no, not
Okay. Swati?
good, Vikram.
Okay. What about Vivek? I think Vivek, today you are silent. Any questions?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good.
Okay. Okay. No problem. So what we will do now is maybe I will not start enterprise structure today because we are not left with much time. But one important thing which we can discuss now is the landscape. I think we have still not discussed the landscape, right? Development, quality, and production system.
No.
Am I right? Yeah. Let's
Okay.
utilize this time and discuss that then. Okay. So SAP landscape. What do you mean by landscape? Normally, SAP landscape consists of three different systems: development system, quality system, and production system. Okay. So maybe someone who has not worked on SAP at all, I want to